Stenberg Assessment. Stay tuned for your host.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Lou Stenberg Assessment. I am your host, of course, always, Lou Louise, and I'm going to keep this episode short and deep. Today I'm going to talk to you like a Baptist preacher on a Sunday morning, because what we have witnessed these last 10 years is no different from what occurred in the 1950s and 60s. But this time, this era, there are no more men in white sheets with cone hats, hiding their evil faces, hunting down the Negro man like they did little Emmett Till and Hampton Smith. No, my black brothers and sisters, there is no shame to their diabolical behaviors and sadistic ways. Why should the white man hide who they are when the law does not apply to him, when it does not serve its purpose? I don't want you to get me wrong. Not every white man is evil in his ways. There are good white men and women out there. I know, because I'm married to one and I'm friends with many. I'm talking about the ones who hide in their uniforms, the ones in suits that abuse their powers, the ones that get away with murdering Negroes on videotape, the ones that retire with a pension, the ones that collect paycheck after paycheck from taxpayers, the very family members from whom he just murdered. I'm talking about the one who sits at home drinking his beer, going on about his life as he waits for what he already knows is a non-guilty verdict. William Gladstone said it best, that justice delayed is justice denied. But justice is slowly prevailing. The black man is slowly waking into consciousness, but he is not fully awake. If the black man was in a state of consciousness, he would not be dependent on the very people that strips him of his civil rights, the very people that go around murdering his black brothers and sisters. The black man is in a stage of NREM sleep. He's got brain activities, but his eyes are not fully open. He is just starting to transition from consciousness to reality. When he does fully awake, he will wake to a world of grim possibilities. He will then realize that while he was in NREM sleep, he had given the white man all of what he believes to be his prized possession, hoping to feel accepted, to feel like he's an equal to the white man, so eager to feel some sort of self-worth that he is willing to give it all away. But soon he begins to realize that he's got to eat, he's got to live. And that grim possibility that he's got no pot to shit in hits him hard. So what does the black man do? He stretches out his hand, hoping that the white man would be so kind as to give him back some of his possessions. But the white man is not in NREM sleep. He is not so eager to give back what he has taken from the black man. No way, no how. The white man's judgment is not impaired. He has not been enslaved and shackled, rejected, beaten, raped, and tortured for 200 plus years. He does not have that century-old veil of oppression to impair his vision, his judgment. The white man, in all his evil and conniving ways, is no fool. He knows that the possession he has taken from the black man has no monetary value. How much is a black man worth in the eyes of the law? Then ask yourself, how much is his possessions worth? When the white man took a hold of those possessions, it was not for wealth, it was for leverage to obtain his true desires, power and wealth. Even if the white man agrees to give him back 1% of his possessions, he will charge the black man double more than what it's worth. The black man in his stage of NREM sleep does not feel that lever being pulled. He thinks he's found a friend. The black man is so consumed with his false narrative that he'll do anything for his new friend. And that includes running to cast his vote, voting for the very person that stripped him of his wealth, of his power, of his civil and human rights. Because the black man does not focus on tomorrow, what road lies ahead. He's thinking about the instant gratification, that 1%, that piece of breadcrumb he wants back. But the white man does not have to do much convincing. The black man would sell his soul and the souls of his generation to come just for that 1%. These ghastly decisions the black man has made for the last 60 plus years has resulted in the civil unrest we are witnessing, resulted in the senseless murders of his brothers and sisters, whose blood trickles down the streets and sidewalks of America. My black brothers and sisters, you have got to stop signing those death warrants. It is time, it is overdue that you awaken to consciousness. That's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Lou Louise, and I will see you next episode. Be safe and be well. Take care.